We're good. All right. The live is on. We're good.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Do you know what episode number this is?
40.
Don't say it.
Oh.
Let me get this. You got your wireless wired mic on. I'm getting my wireless wired mic on. If you're tuning in live, like real time right now, we just flipped on the Candid Cam on at least one Facebook page. We're going to put it on a few others right now. And we're going to hit record, right? This is Joey Atlas and
Nick Darty.
back with episode number
44.
44. We're back on track now.
We're on track.
We're coming toward the end of season 1 because we're starting season 2 probably in about 3 weeks, give or take, at the new studio location, which is being worked on right now so that we can move most of what's here into the new place and the new layout, new scenery, and it's going to be a lot of fun, especially for the people who are not local here.
Yeah,
We got a lot of cool things in the works to help not just our local people who are training with us, but also strengthen things for people who are long distance, remote. A lot of cool stuff coming. So I'm waiting for, you don't even know what we're talking about today, right?
It's another
So
podcast.
I'm surprising Nikki today,
Yes.
and I'm surprising myself because there's no script for this. We're going to approach this literally as if somebody walked up to us and asked us the question that is the focus and the topic of this week's episode. So I'm just waiting for our Facebook thing to fire up here so that we can pull the feed into the group. And while it does its thing, here we go.
Should we say the name of our podcast?
Go ahead. Do you know it?
It is the Wellness and Weight Loss for Women
And Men.
too.
Podcast and video show.
Yeah.
All right, Facebook's being really slow, so we're going to have to wait for it to fire up. So we're going to get into it. So today's topic, and then we'll tell you where the topic came from, is how to start a fitness-focused weight loss program the right way. All right, now where does this come from? A lot of the women who come to the studio, and now some of the men, of course, as well, who want to start a program, right? Most of them, not all of them, their first vocal focus is, I need to lose weight, right? Okay, so that's in person, of course. Long distance, remote coaching clients, people in our video on demand portal, Total Access, which is gaining a lot of momentum, and we're going to share the group link where you can come and meet with people for free to start interacting and still benefit from just being next to us in that group. The new people coming in they're new, like they're new in here. They're seeing all this good stuff go on in the group and people having awesome progress already and people losing weight and changing their body and getting rid of cellulite and smoothing and toning and all this stuff. And they're either like a brand newbie or they're a new again newbie, a start over again newbie, right? So a lot of them are asking a version of this question. I'm trying to figure out where to start.
Right.
Some version of that. I'm not sure what to do to get started. I want to do this, this, and this, but I don't know
I'm overwhelmed.
what I should do, right? But they can see and they can hear. Like some people find us through this exact podcast.
Hi and welcome.
Yeah. Like somebody's going to hear this in a month or a year. Because of what the topic we're talking about, they'll find the podcast and then they're going to come and meet with us in the group. They're going to sign up for the freebies. Some of them will join Total Access. Some of them will hire us for private custom coaching. But they come in, they're seeing all this stuff in the group, right? And they realize, oh, okay, I'm in a good place. Like, and the types of people, the vibe, the way we speak about things, there's no going beast mode. We're not killing it. We're not doing keto craze. We're not doing paleo rippers and zero carb lifestyles. No, we need carbohydrates if you're going to move this body. All right? So they're like, okay, I feel like I'm in a safe and good place, but I don't know where to start, what to do. Okay? So we're going to talk about that today. Like, we're going to answer that in a conversational manner, okay? So let me just give us one more refresh here to make sure we can try to let our people in the group actually tune in and watch this as we're recording it live. I'm going to do one more thing here.
Are we sure we are live?
Oh yeah. You want to go take a look?
I'm gonna take off this wireless wired mic.
Go confirm that we're
Go
live.
confirm here.
Yeah, my fuzzy fell off my wireless wire.
Alright, hello. We are live.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. I got it. We're good here. Actually, Tina Targonski found us at the early stages of COVID. I see your message here that you're in Jax. You're in Jacksonville right now.
Yeah.
You want to come check out the studio. Hopefully you're watching this now. But either way, I'll get back to you in a bit and we'll connect and see what we can do. All right, so gotta like this. I'm gonna refresh it again, and then we're gonna get into it. All right, so anybody who's on live, if you want to post under the video, let us know you're watching. Want to see us being broadcast?
Oh wow.
Cool. So now we're going to share this into the group.
Inception.
Share that. Those of you listening on the audio, we thank you for tuning in. We got some good stuff for you, and we appreciate your patience. Nick, while I'm doing this, where can the person listening go to find us and connect with us, whether they're local or long distance? What can they do?
So, I like freebies. You like freebies?
Love freebies. That's a great way to start.
You probably love freebies as well. So, fitnesstraining.live.
Can you spell that out?
Fitness. Ooh, you're testing my education here.
Yeah.
FITNESS training, not trainer, training. TRAINING.live. LIVE, not com.live. You'll have tons of recipes, a couple videos to get you started. You can join our Facebook community. There's awesome stuff in there, how you can connect with us for free. That's a great place to start. If you want to see this video show live or later on, live from a previous time, you can go to, a couple of them. So where are we streaming this right now?
Now this is streaming on Joey the Truth Atlas page. Now it's actually in the group that we're talking about, in our private group that you can come join. It's streaming on another page, toned, tight, and smooth, and in the Fit for Life page too, which is a whole other big crowd. But I actually think we just broke 1,000 members inside the official SCULPTAFIT Atlas group.
COVID virtual high five.
COVID. I think we just broke 1,000 members today. So
Heck yes.
and we're picking up momentum. We're actually adding about 10 to 20 new members every day, and this is free, mind you, so that you can see what's going on. You can talk to other people who are in the groove and getting the best results of their lives, and they're posting exactly how they're doing it, what they're doing in the group, and they're ready to support you. So 10 to 20 new people coming in, and it seems like it's escalating. Like, they're coming in, they're joining, requesting to join and joining. It's awesome. So, yeah, baby, we broke 1,000. Cindy B is tuning in, so we're going to give her some love, and then we're going to get right into it. If somebody's local, what should they do what's the best way for them to connect with us? If they want to come for training, personal training, custom coaching?
So the best way, you can go to SCULPTAFIT.com, SCULPTAFIT.com. There'll be a space where you can contact us. You can call or text the studio line at 904-891-3680. If you get a voicemail, just leave us a good time to call you back with a couple of info of what you're looking for. You can go to our Facebook page, SCULPTAFIT. Yeah, those are the three main ways.
All right, so right here, we got some of our awesome ladies right now tuning in live. Marcia Sampaio Campos, she just posted her flat-out cellulite transformation photos only 11 weeks in. Like, this lady has tried everything, and she posts her whole story. Marcia, love you. Cindy B, love you. Carrie G, love you. All these ladies are rocking their own worlds and helping other people do it by sharing their stories of all the stuff they tried in the past that did not work, And now they're doing our gentle methods, low impact, focused intensity, slow, controlled, no momentum, getting the best results of their lifetime, and they're sharing exactly how. And these are all loving souls, ready to support people and share the love.
Yeah. If
Love you too, Marcia.
Been on that Facebook group, really, really recommend, go check it out, because these are women sharing their personal stories that you likely can relate to, and they've gone and experienced the start of I want to lose weight or I want to get healthier, and then gone on the right path and are having awesome success.
Ian the Toppler is tuning in. My guy is tuning in from New York City. Every time I got a live on, he's here now. I love it.
Yeah.
We want to help the guys too. Oh yeah. All right. So we appreciate all of you tuning in. This is awesome. I know we're gonna have a few more of you. Love me forever. Thank you. I love you too. You know that. You know that. All right. We got a lot of cool stuff in the works for you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun sharing it with you. I actually have a few photos I'm going to share from today's meetings before we turn on the Candid Cam. Nothing crazy, just sharing the journey with you guys because you mean so much and we want to share it with you as everything unfolds. So, Nikki, you're out and about, people see you're in shape, they see the shirt, you're a superhero, they want to say, how do I get started losing weight? Like, what's the early stage of that conversation with them that you have?
So when someone asks me a question like that, I usually ask them, well, what are you doing now? And sometimes they're looking for a solution, which is an awesome start, period. You're looking for something. Sometimes they said, oh, well, I was doing HIIT, then I got hurt. I was doing this. I was trying to do, 3 hours a day, and then I wound up giving up 2 days in.
Boot camp.
Yeah. So at first you have to ask, okay, well, what are you doing right now? And then when they give me that answer, I probe to see if they've done anything typical, like anything similar to what we do.
Right.
Oftentimes they haven't. And so that education comes a little bit, and it depends on the person, the conversation.
Right.
But what we do seems so magical because it's not killing yourself. It's not hours and hours in the gym, and it's sustainable. And talking with someone, it's like they don't believe you at first.
Yeah, you know what they say? Oh, well, I tried Pilates and bar and yoga, and that was gentler. Because actually, I know some people that get hurt doing some of those yoga, bar, Pilates.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, that was gentle, but I still didn't get in shape, or it felt good, I felt better, but it didn't change my body the way I wanted to. And I get it. Like a lot of the normal crowds for yoga, bar, Pilates, they're women who have decent physiques to start with. Like genetically, they look like they're in shape. Not, bikini competitors or bodybuilders. They're just thin. Like they're thin, they're toned, they're nice, right? And that's their choice of exercise. But they didn't get like that because they chose to do yoga, Pilates, or bar. That's what they're choosing for their fitness. Their body is their body. So when somebody who needs to lose some weight, get in shape, get fit, get toned, is considering, oh, well, maybe I need to do that because they do that and that's how they look.
Right.
No, it's the other way around. They look like that, but that's what they're choosing to do. So there's confusion there. They say, oh, well, you say this is gentler and it's not hard on my joints and it actually feels good, but I tried other things like that. In their head, they have no idea.
Right. And it does work for some small subgroup of people starting out completely. But there's what we found too is that we've worked with hundreds of ladies and hundreds of people, and our way is just this fusion and creation of something different that is just different.
Yeah. So they open the conversation right now. We decided to make this a topic today because in the Facebook group where a lot of our program users remotely are, that's the first thing they ask, right? And so from there, we have to start asking questions. What are you doing? Like you said, what have you been doing? What have you tried? That gives us context on this person's mental, emotional, psychological journey before they arrived and asked the question, right? So typically, after we get more information so that we can advise better, we let them know. And that's if somebody else doesn't beat us to it, because even in the group, we have women stepping in who already know how to answer this question, because they've lived it and they've seen us answer it multiple times.
Right.
First and foremost, you have to pick up a gentle form of exercise that's effective and aimed at changing your body composition, not losing the weight. That becomes something we put off to the side. We have to shift the focus. That's why in the title I said a fitness-focused weight loss program, because we don't focus on the weight loss. We get them to focus on fitness, health, wellness, longevity, right? And all the things that come under those categories. The weight loss takes care of itself. But it has to be repeatable. It has to be gentle. It has to be sustainable. It can't be something that keeps hurting you and setting you back, or making you want to quit and stop.
Right.
A lot of these ladies, even some of the guys coming in, they say, like, yeah, it's just my back is killing me, my neck is killing me, my elbows, I got tendonitis, my knees. Well, you can't do a program like that for very long, let alone have it get you results that you're looking for. So first it comes to focusing on, okay, there are people who don't want to do exercise. They're like, refuse, I'm going to go find a magic pill, surgery, I'll go get my fat frozen off, whatever. So exercise is off the table for them until like they try so many of these things, eventually in the future they realize, I guess I got to give this exercise thing a try. So when those people come around, or if you're starting off wise enough to know, yes, exercise has to be a part of this, your exercise program has to match where you're at, right? It has to be suitable to your level of deconditioning, so that you don't get hurt, but you actually start getting conditioned, reactivating your body, your muscles, nerves, fascia, connective tissue, ligaments, tendons, the brain-body connection, even like your spiritual self, which we're going to talk about here, because I've got an awesome, it's like a 6-week reflection letter from a long-distance coaching client, and I got to share it because it's like, wow, the light bulbs go off. So it's first realizing you have to include exercise, and it has to be doable.
So are you saying that I shouldn't, if I haven't worked out in probably a year and a half, I shouldn't start out with 10 box jumps?
Nope. No burpees.
No burpees?
No sprints. I know some of the TV shows that make people lose weight, they make a big dramatization of it and bury people and make them cry and it's silly.
Yeah.
If I was on one of them shows, it would be a different story. It would be the opposite. Actually, that's a good challenge, right? You should go on The Biggest Loser and challenge them. I'm going to do things the opposite of how you do it here.
And then follow people's success for life, not just...
Right.
Yeah.
Right. All right, that's a story for
All
me
right,
today.
TV networks, come on.
TV networks.
Reach out.
Oprah, come on. You also have to realize that you're no longer going to think about dieting. There's no more diet. Proper weight loss from a fitness-focused foundation does not include dieting. Yes, it includes good, wholesome, healthy, nutrient-packed nutrition, but that's not dieting. It might be changing your diet being used in the sense of the word that defines your overall eating patterns, but not being on a diet the stigmatized way, right? The stereotypical use of the word, I'm going on a diet, or I start my diet on Monday.
Right.
We know what that means. That means every diet that starts ends.
The jail cell.
Right. You have to shift from the confinement of a dieter's mindset. That is brutal from the second you start that diet. You're fighting it.
Even before.
Even before.
When you think about it.
Right. You're going to have your big cheat weekend and eat like an animal because you start your diet Monday. And then some Monday after that, it's over. Like somehow you've quit, you've fallen off, you're done. We can't diet. It's got to be a shift to eating the way this body is designed to be fed. This is by divine design. Like, this is not accidental. You are what you eat is true. Everything we put in our bodies becomes our bodies. And so everything that we needed from the Creator to sustain life in a healthy, strong way for eternity, as long as we're on this earth, was put out there for us. Unprocessed, unboxed, unpackaged. But yeah, we do have some good boxed and packaged options now. But wholesome, all the nutrients, all the cell-building properties, disease-preventing properties that become us are in the foods in nature that we're supposed to be eating that most people simply don't eat. How many people say, oh, I have trouble getting enough veggies in, or, I don't know, I can't enjoy salads because they get boring after a while, right?
Yeah.
It's very different than eating a dieter's salad compared to a person who enjoys wholesome nutrition's type of salad. Two very different looking things, two very different nutrient compositions of a dieter's salad versus a person who eats for health.
And a lot of people, I don't think, know how to cook vegetables in a way that's exciting.
Right.
And flavorful. And you've got some awesome recipes, those quickly fit recipes in the video on demand
Quickly
portal.
fit, rapid results. How you prepare your wholesome, life-giving, body-enhancing, brain-boosting foods makes all the difference in the world. It's one thing to eat like raw carrots and celery, which some people love. I eat raw carrots and things too. But your average person does not want to live on raw veggies. Those in salads, they're good. Raw cucumbers, raw tomatoes, raw onions, raw romaine, those are good. But you take this whole selection of various veggies. I'm still learning about new veggies, right? There's so many. You learn how to cook them properly and season them properly. It's all you crave. I crave mine.
You have a Brussels sprouts video, right? I hated Brussels sprouts as a kid. Hated them. I tried it. Oh,
Right?
I was like, this is a different food. This is not.
It totally changes
Totally
the food.
changes.
Right? You get some good oil. You could pan sear them. You could put them in the toaster oven, broil them in the big oven. There's so many options. Healthy oil, healthy fat, all these various herbs and spices and sea salt and black pepper, and my cabinet is now filled with at least 20 to 25 herbs and spices that we're supposed to eat. Like they're on this earth for us to eat, to prevent disease, to improve our immune strength, to give the body what it needs. But the cool thing is they taste awesome when you use them properly, and they taste awesome by divine design so that we should want to eat them, therefore giving us the benefits of health, wellness, and longevity, right? So it's shifting away from the traditional, I want to say American, but we've got a lot of people tuning in internationally now. So general society's push toward eating fast, processed, high salt, high fat foods, it reprograms the individual's taste for foods, leaves them wanting more of that highly processed mass market stuff and less of the wholesome stuff they're supposed to be eating. What happens is with some of these people that are in our world, they start trying these recipes, they're like, seriously? Like, this is simple but crazy amazing. Like, it's changing some of their lives. Not some of them, everybody who starts doing it, like this is too easy, but it's so awesome. Like, you could cook once and you've got your fusion super soup for a week. You've got your super saute ingredients for a week in your refrigerator ready to go. So, fitness-focused weight loss. Have to employ new habits that are good, healthy, and proven, and you have to start making them your lifestyle habits. Normal, regular, the new way you live. When you do that, you're not on a diet. You're not going to do this brutal workout program that you actually don't want to be doing, that you may have to stop when you get hurt if you don't stop before that. Everything becomes a very natural way of life, right? And when it becomes a natural way of life because you enjoy it and it's doable, then you keep doing it, right? Now, notice, we took the focus off of weight loss, which is their first question, right? We shift the focus to the elements of fitness. One is exercise. The other is nutrition. And you know the third element of proper fitness. It is, I might stump her here, because
You might, sleep, I would say.
sleep is
Sleep's
important.
in there,
Yeah.
but it's not the third one you're thinking of. Balance is in there, but it's also not the one you're thinking of.
This is good, because we're getting more good answers.
Right, okay. The plan, which is involved in both of those things.
Plan is good, because it ties into the mindset.
Accountability and mindset.
Mindset. So a plan, accountability. These all feed into the mindset of a person who makes this their norm. That realizes, wow, I can do this forever, not just until summer vacation,
Right.
or the wedding,
Right.
or the reunion. I could do this forever, and I want to do this forever because it feels good. I'm not dieting. It's working, and I don't want to stop. I want to keep going. So, exercise, good nutrition, mindset, right? So these things that tie into mindset, you mentioned accountability. You mentioned, what was the other thing?
Sleep
Sleep,
and planning.
planning.
Accountability.
So all these things that you just mentioned, they're all connected. They all work in conjunction with each other. When you exercise and eat better, guess what else gets better? You sleep better, right? When you start to realize, wow, everything is working for me, you become better at planning
Yes.
your lifestyle because it's working. You give it priority in your schedule, in your calendar. You don't let things take you off. It goes first because you have to put yourself first. Your relationships get better. You become happier. You become more productive. You become an example for the people around you who are now witnessing, oh, it's working this time.
Right. Something's changed.
She or he is really doing it this time,
Yeah.
and they're not just BSing, and it's working. So what happens? Something we spoke about last week. Sometimes the people closest to you can feel like you're rising above them, and there may be some negative energy there. That's a story for another day. We're gonna talk about that in another episode. The other thing that can happen, which is awesome, is that they start inspiring others around them and leading by example, showing not only can it be done, but they're showing them that it's actually really easy and simple.
Right.
Because most of our people are doing this stuff at home, unless they're one of our studio members, where they do stuff in studio and combo at home.
Right.
Or long distance people are showing you can follow all this no matter where you are. Because we have clients who travel, business, vacation, double homes, so they're on the move. And it doesn't take them off course because they know how to do this
Right.
wherever they are, because they've learned how to train their body with some accessories, if not only body weight, depending on where they are, how to just make it part of your lifestyle. No matter where you physically are in this world, you don't quit. You don't have to. There's no reason to anymore. So that's not an obstacle. So these people get inspired, and they're making it look easy because they notice, hey, they're not doing like a crazy painful boot camp. They're not lifting Olympic weights over their head as fast as they can.
Right.
They're not throwing kettlebells. They're not screaming. They're not, no pain, no gain. They're not doing all that stuff. They're not going no carbs so that they have no energy and their hair is falling out. So that's cool. Everything they're doing looks like stuff I could actually do here.
Right.
So I want to get started too, right? So that inspire by example. Sometimes it's your kids, sometimes it's your spouse or partner, sometimes it's a brother or sister, in-law, a neighbor, coworker, you name it. This stuff happens a lot,
Right.
especially when there are people who let's take your average office of I don't know, there's 500 people who work in this office, right? Maybe 15 of them do CrossFit, or 15 of them are hardcore gym weightlifters, right? Everybody else in there, they don't want to go and beast mode it.
Right.
They don't want to
Right.
kill it, bro, or boss lady weightlifter girl. Nah, I'm good. But they would like to find something that gives them awesome results where they don't have to go kill it and bust it up and bleed, blood, sweat, and tears. They would love to find something like that. They just don't want to do the hardcore stuff because that's not their game. They want to go gentle, easy, focused, controlled. There's a much bigger crowd. So when people see, oh, you're not going beast mode, you're not like crushing it. We crush it, right? We smash it, we crush it in a gentle way. It's kind of like tongue in cheek, right? But when other people witness, wow, they're doing this slow, focused, controlled exercise, and they're eating awesome meals now, like it's appetizing to me, I want to eat that. Other people will like, hey, maybe I want to give this all a try here, because that looks enjoyable. Like, I'm not going to get hurt, because you're showing me right in front of my eyes what's going on here, right? So, when somebody says, I need to start losing weight, and I'm confused on where to get started, everything we just talked about helps them. It's not the exact answer, but it helps them understand where they should be starting, right? And then they can decide, okay, what exactly should I do now? Like, tell me now exactly. Now that I have the main philosophy and I understand, now show me the exact things to do, which you're going to start with extreme beginner videos, number 1 and 2. You're going to start simply by walking 12 minutes a day, either around your neighborhood or on your treadmill or stepping up and down on, we have our steps here. You're going to get a 10-inch pantry step or a heavy-duty garage step, or you're going to use a staircase at your house. You're going to do step up and downs with your favorite music on, or even just watching us or listening to one of our podcasts. We have people that listen to our podcasts while they're doing their walks, while they're jumping rope, while they're riding their bike, while they're doing their indoor cardio. Immerse yourself in this information. And I'm saying this because other people do it. Like, they're on here right now. If you're watching this live in real time or listening in real time, not after the fact, there are people right now who I'm looking at on screen who immerse themselves in this because the message just strengthens the action.
Community.
Right? Community and the vibe and the thought processes that have to start happening as a regular part of a person's programming. Right? It changes all the old stuff they thought they were supposed to believe. And it's replaced that, and it's reprogramming. So, what else could we share with somebody who comes to us with that question, if that doesn't answer it? Connecting with community, you just said it.
Community, I was just going to say.
So let's go ahead and talk more about that.
Well, let's talk even when someone has gone through a body composition change, usually their friends or their coworkers at the office or on Zoom, if it's right now, they're going to say, well, what did you do, right? That question's asked. That question's usually not asked, oh, you're going to get started on a program? Okay, tell me more. Because people need to see the proof. But once they find out, oh, well, what did you do? And then you hear, okay, it's this gentler way, people want to learn more. And if you've been through the roller coaster of fitness in your past and you found this and it works for you, you just want to share it. You want to share it with anyone. It is the secret that it's the truth, it's sustainable.
You heard it, the truth.
It's the truth. and that's why even our Facebook community of women that hear all the time, well, what'd you do? How do I have the success that you do? They're freaking awesome people, and they just want to share it. And a lot of people share it in the group. Like Cindy B, inspirational.
Big time. She has her own podcast. She's got people asking her, like, see her in the neighborhood, like, you're a different lady. Like, she's getting sweet compliments too from some of the guys. Just saying. So, I love all the love that's being shared here. This is really, really good stuff. So anybody listening, you want to connect with all of us and all the people in the group. And guys, we got your back. Like, it's mostly ladies that are in our realm, but we're contemplating the idea of putting together a separate guys group where we can talk about guy stuff and guy approaches and let the ladies have their space, or something else. So just stay tuned for that. Anybody who's listening who wants to know what is this group like? What are they talking about? I want to get in here. I want to connect with these people and the people they're talking about on Facebook as they're scrolling through a laptop there. The best way to get here is to, on Facebook, search for the official SCULPTAFIT Club worldwide fitness community. All right, that's one way. And you'll see, you can't miss it. Another way is to go to fitnesstraining.live, fitnesstraining.live, sign up for the freebies, and in addition to the freebies, which are videos you can try at home without even paying anything, you'll get the link to come join us in the group that we're talking about right now, where all these awesome people around the world are in every day, supporting each other and sharing their results, sharing their programs, sharing their recipes and foods. You can connect with them through fitnesstraining.live. We'll send you the link. That'll come to you. You can come connect. Or if you're local and you want to take the next steps with us locally for either personal training, private custom coaching, full accountability coaching, and or very small group custom personal training, or some combination of those,
Right.
What should they do?
SCULPTAFIT.com, SCULPTAFIT.com. There's a contact us link, or you can call or text us directly, 904-891-3680.
Perfect. So to wrap up this fitness-focused weight loss strategy, once you get started, okay, the whole thing about reaching success with all this is to have a plan. So we're giving you the foundation right now in this episode. Lay the foundation because you're going to build on your foundation. Now, what you build on that foundation is key. What comes next after your early steps is key. All right? You want to make sure the approach and the methodology you start with has a continuum of progressions that you can keep advancing to maintain this new lifestyle, to maintain this rebirth of health, this rejuvenation, this reactivation of your body, your mind, and your spirit, so that you can keep going. Because that's what this is all about. Do not start if you don't plan to keep going. Since you're here, you probably plan to keep going because you've had enough of the old ways. You want the evolved you to come out. Make sure there is a progression that you can evolve toward and with, just like we have set up in our programs. They're all designed with progressions, from extreme beginner, intermediate, advanced, super advanced, and then ultra maintenance, which involves tying everything together for the long haul, so that you can basically live an awesome life with all your fitness taken care of now. Because when you're fit, in shape, and healthy, is life not awesome? Better and easier to handle. When challenges come your way, easier to handle. When good things are going well, they're that much better.
Yep.
Right? All right, so to wrap this up, I'm going to read a 1 month, let me see when Jay, I didn't get clearance from her, so I'm going to use her first initial, J, for now. She's probably going to end up doing a podcast episode in the future because she's good like that. But I'm going to read, J she's in month number 2 of our remote long-distance custom coaching program. She's with me, working. And the reflection letter is, if you're just tuning in here for the first time, the reflection letter is something we have coaching clients do either in like after the first month or around the second month, depending on their progress. We have them write this reflection letter for them so that they can connect with how far they've come since they started. These are gold, each in their own special way. So I'm legit going to read Jay's without even, this is rough draft. So I might stumble on my words because she may have stumbled on her writing because we haven't even cleaned this up yet. All right, so listen closely for the gold. I found Joey online in late April of 2020, all right? While in a state of disgust and desperately searching for a way to get rid of my cellulite. Cellulite was her entry point, okay? Different people have different entry points into our world. Hers was this thing about cellulite. I felt broken, ugly, and hopeless. And that's not at all me. I was weighing, listen closely here, okay? This is for context. I was weighing about 126 pounds and felt bloated, puffy, and confused as to why all I'd been doing, such as the gym, crazy cardio, various nutritional plans I had read about on the internet, was not working. If anything, I felt caught up in a conspiracy theory, and it seems I actually had been. Marketing, which is what I've worked around my entire career, had gotten the best of me. I was 50 and completely disgusted with where I thought I might be headed. Could it be true? My friend Mindy, 54, repeatedly says, just get ready, nobody escapes the cellulite and flabby triceps. I work out all the time and I can't get rid of it. It is all hormones, and anyone who tells you different is lying or selling something, or trying to sell you something. Jay says, well, I didn't believe it, and I refuse to think that 50 is old. She's right, 50 is not old. So, April 26th, 2020, around 9 a.m., I began my trip down a Google rabbit hole that would change my life. And at 11:03 a.m., I received my first email from Joey Atlas. She had signed up for a freebie, and an email goes to her. I thought, okay, after watching the stuff he sent me, what do I have to lose? I've tried everything else, and I'm not going down, and it's just hormones road without a fight, not me. Jay, she ordered, after signing up for freebies, she ordered one of my programs, Naked Beauty to Stimulus Method. So I'm filling in some blanks here. She actually ordered the DVD book set, which when people do that, their phone number comes in. Every now and again, like I'll pick somebody randomly and I'll call them because I want to know, how did you find me? What made you? What led you to this program, and what is making you buy it, right? And then we become friends. We make a connection and we talk more. We get more details. Joey called to welcome me to his family and to find out what made me hit purchase and spend the $49.99. I said, the guarantee, my desperation, and the facts he'd outlined so clearly in his presentation video before I bought anything. So I worked out with that program of his for about a month. Then I inquired about coaching with him. And on June 15th, I started a remote coaching program with Joey, and it changed everything. Spiritually, I had to love myself, and that day I did something about it to get started. Physically, I have not missed more than 3 days of training. I've invested in good bands, dumbbells, and I've committed to me by doing this. Awkward, party of one. I was imbalanced, weak, and impatient, and she's no newbie to exercise. Like, she wasn't just coming off the couch. All of that has changed. I've gotten stronger, and I can measure that in how far I can go in a slow, controlled lunge, how I can manage a pistol squat variation, how my legs are slowly but surely becoming stronger, and how my arms are even getting more toned. I stood in the mirror the other day at 114 pounds and feeling rock solid and amazing, and literally cried. Not because I had transformed into some supermodel, but because I realized in that moment how long it had been that I hadn't loved myself. Why was that? When did that happen? Did it even matter now? I made a mental note to never forget that feeling. I had an out-of-body experience in a sense, and promised myself that I'd never abandon myself again. That's huge.
That's huge.
Everybody can relate to that. Listen, I had an out-of-body in a sense, and I promised myself that I would never abandon myself again. This journey, and I'm only 1 month and 10 days into a 3-month training commitment, is more than just physical. This journey is about saying hello and yes to honoring myself first, to loving the person God created in every way, even on crappy days, and being grateful for every breath. This journey is about transcendence and gratitude and love and strength, and it is 100% okay to place yourself first. I will never again feel bad for taking care of myself and listening to what my body, mind, and spirit needs. I used to work until I had ulcers and migraines. Vacations were for the lazy or unproductive. What a crock of poop that is. Not judging any workaholics, but balance and love and being grateful is where I now see I want to live and can live. And this is all coming from her, like revamping her approach to fitness and nutrition, okay? More to come, but there's a start to my snapshot, and I will likely add more later. Jay. And that's only after 1 month and 10 days. And she's tried all different kinds of things. And this was from several weeks ago. Even now, like the stuff she's sharing with me now in her daily check-ins, it's profound, like profound. So what things jump out of there that we need to emphasize for the person listening or watching?
2 things. 1, she didn't feel like herself. She knew that, right? This is not me. And so sometimes women will come in, or people will come in looking for solutions because they know that they're not themselves. They've let themselves go this way, and it doesn't. Yeah, exactly. It's clouded. Your head's clouded. You're confused about it. Like she knew that. She searched for a solution. 2, tell Melissa to go somewhere else and find some better information. Was it Melissa? Starts with an M. Her friend.
Oh right, Miss the other one.
Flabby arms is just a way of life.
Mindy. Yeah,
Mindy.
we got something different from Mindy. We got different ideas.
Right.
And we're proving it.
So sometimes you hear that from friends, and they may have the right intention to make you feel better, but they're also kind of saying it to themselves as an excuse.
Right. Don't go to your hairdresser and have her say, "Oh, my sister's trainer said this."
Yeah.
Or I heard on Dr. Oz this, or whatever. Like most of this stuff are just propagated myths.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's even just them saying what they want to project onto you. It's their belief that they want you to accept.
There's nothing I can do about it. That's it.
That's it.
So, smart enough to say, I don't know if that's true.
Right.
I don't want to accept that. I'm
going
going to
to
take
find
control.
a different truth.
I'm going to take control. So those were the top 2 things I was like,
Yeah, that's it. Jay, you know who you are. I'm not sharing your name until you give me full permission, and we'll do it maybe on the 3-month reflection as we shift gears. So thank you. Much appreciated. This is powerful because somebody, probably multiple people, will hear this story, and it's going to wake something up in them and give them a revelation that makes them realize, yep, that's me. That's where I'm at. I can change this too. If she was able to do it, I'm next. Right?
Yeah.
So that's it. Episode number 44 is done. The Wellness and Weight Loss for Women podcast. And we hope this brought you some value, whether you're listening, watching live, or watching or listening after the fact. We appreciate you, and we will be back next week with episode number 45, and then maybe get 46, 47 in before we wrap up the season and start season 2 at the new location. And everybody watching, listening, you are part of this journey.
You are.
Just as much as we're sitting in these seats right now doing this, you're part of this. Without you, we're not doing this.
Right.
So please understand, much love going out to you. This episode is done. Peace, love, and light. Keep shining your light bright while I take off my wireless mic so I don't pull the laptop off the bench here and I come shut it down. Post below or hit the links below to come join us. See ya.